Hey guys, well here we are in Fusion 360 and today we're going to design our Euler check valves. So let's get started. You can do this in metric or inch. I'll go ahead and do it in metric. Let's change it. We'll do it in inches. That'll be better. Okay, there we go. Now the first thing we want to do is let's do our ball. So create sphere. Let's put it on this back plane here, and then we'll put it in the center. Our sphere is going to be 0.177. Whatever size you design, you choose to use, but that is a BB basically. Okay, next we want to draw our spring, so we go to create coil. I want to put again on this back. Let's turn this sphere off. We'll put it right there in the center. And our coil is 0.157 inch. And let's make it 0.375 inches long. Now, we want to change the diameter of the actual wire. And that is the section size. And that's going to be about 0.15. Okay. Let me double check that. 0.18, 0.018. That was pretty close. Alright, and then number of turns, let's go with 6. That looks a little good. Let's go with 7. See what that looks like. Alright. Let's click OK. And then we can right click and move this. Let's move it back. Alright, let's turn our ball on so we can see what it looks like. Ooh, okay. Okay. It looks pretty good right there. Alright, so we have our spring and our ball. Now let's rename this right here. So right click and, or double click I should say. Okay, there we go. 0.177 ball. Double click here and spring. Alright. Okay, so we have our spring and our ball. And then next we need to draw our octagon. So let's get on the front here. Let's turn this off. Create box. I want to put it on this back plane here. And I want it to be 0.375, tab, 0.375, enter. Alright, click on that. And we want our box to be three-quarters of an inch. Let's try that. Alright, sorry I didn't have it turned on. Let me turn this off and this off. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can move this. So we select the pivot point, we check it, and then we move it from point to point. There we go. Alright, and we need to also move it back 3/8 of an inch, 0.375. Okay, that should put it in the center. Alright, let's see what we've got. There we go. Let's see where this is at. Oops. Oops. Okay, the spring's there. Okay. Okay, we need to move it back a little more. Let's move it. Get out of that. Let's edit this move. So right click down here and hit edit feature. And let's move it back. Let's see where this spring is. Click OK. There we go. That looks a little bit better in the center maybe. Alright. Mike can go this way just a little bit. Let's try that. Okay. Back to the front. And then we want to create, modify, here we go, modify chamfer. And we want to chamfer this edge, that edge, and that edge. Now, let's see, 0.25. Got too many decimals up there, okay. Okay, 0.125. That looks a little too much. About 0.120. Nope. 0.1. 0.11. Well, that looks pretty good right there. So we click OK. So now we have our hex stock. Alright. Go around to the front here. Alright, now we need to put our hole in here. So we go to create hole. Where are you at? There we go. Put it right there. Just make sure it's in the center. Okay. There we go. It kind of just snaps to the center there. The diameter needs to be about 1.1. Let's do 3/16, so 0.1875. There we go. Click OK. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't go all the way through. For the depth, okay. Click on this outside wall there. Click OK. Alright. Here we go. Got the spring in there, you can see, and the balls in there. You know what? Let's make that a little bit bigger diameter. So let's go with 13/64, which is 0.2 hundredths. Okay, now see how that looks. There we go. Got a little bit of space there. We're going to need that space, so. Alright, next let's drill our hole, put our holes for our M6 push to connect fitting. So select hole, put it right there, and put it in the center. Now this will be 6 millimeters, and for the depth is 3/16. So let's go with 0.188 or 875. There we go. So we select 180 degrees and gives us a flat hole there. Now our ball's not dimpled, I guess. Still looks like it's dimpled a little bit because the ball's too far, but we'll fix that. Okay, and let's get rid of that. Now we need to put a hole on this side. So create hole, or you can just right click and you should have the hole already here. Move this to the center. There we go. And we should have our pretty much the same information. Alright. Good. Now we need to thread these two holes. So create threads. Click on that. And we need metric. M6s. Okay. And let's see if we can get both of them at the same time. Alright. There we go. Alright. Looks pretty good. So we have that. We have our spring. And we have our ball. Okay. Let's get rid of those right now. Let's work on our okay, so now let's work on our push to connect fitting. So first thing we want to do is we want to create a box. We want to do it on this plane right here. So it needs to be 0.375, tab 0.375. Whoops. Okay. And it needs to be a 1/2 inch long. And it needs to be a new body. Okay. Now let's move it. So go to modify, align, and we want to click the center here. And let's see if we can get the center there. There we go. Now it's lined up. Great. Alright. Click OK. Alright, let's turn this, let's rename this. This is our hex rod. And this is our 4mm fitting. Okay. So we can, let's get rid of that for right now. Now we're going around to the back side. And I want to create a cylinder. And I want to put it on this face. And right in the center. And it needs to be 6mm. Okay. And it needs to be, the height needs to be 0.1875. And we can join the two. Alright. Looks good. Alright. Now let's go around to this side. And modify, chamfer. Let's get all these edges again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. It remembers what we used last time, so that's fine. 0.11 look good. You can kind of see it taking shape now. Okay. A couple other things. We need to create a cylinder on this side. Put it in the center. We're going to use 6mm again. And we'll use 0.05 inch. That's good. Okay, and then right click, repeat cylinder. We're going to do it again on that face, and we'll make this one 0.375. Hit enter, and let's see. We'll make this one 0.4. How about that? Alright, so you can kind of see the push connect fitting taking shape here a little bit. Now let's create a hole. We'll put it on this front here. Let's put it right in the center. Okay. Diameter needs to be 4mm. And we can go all the way through like that. We'll change this to 180. And if you click the back face here, that's where it'll stop the hole there. Okay. It's always good to do that in case you have something in front like a sphere and you don't want to cut it off. Let's see, you know what? Second thought, I don't think that hole's quite as big on that side. So let's just make the depth 0.375. There we go. How about let's do that? And then we'll come around on the back side here and make another hole. We want to create a hole again on this face. We want to put it in the center. This one is going to be 0.157. Our spring is 0.188. Okay, our spring's 0.157, so we want to be 0.1875. How about that? Now the hole going through the center here is about 1/8 of an inch. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't set the depth. The depth is, we can go all the way to here. Okay. There we go. Let's take a look. Alright. Alright. Starting to come together now. Okay, let's do a chamfer. I want to get this edge, this edge, this edge, this edge, and this edge. This one, that one, that one. That one. This is pretty time consuming, but I'm just selecting all these edges. Okay, there we go. And see what the 0.0, let's try 0.01. There we go. How about 0.015? Nope. 0.012. Okay. Let's deselect this one and this one. And this one. Alright, and then we'll increase this so we're just getting the, how about 0.3? There we go. That looks pretty good. Alright, and now we'll come back and do these edges. Select chamfer, this circle, and hold down control, get that one, oops, that one, this little one, and that center one. Okay, we got it. Let's go with 0.01. How about that? That looks pretty good. Alright, 0.01. That looks good. Oh, we missed one right here. You see this? We missed this chamfer right here. Or I missed it, sorry. You were not at fault. So go back to here, right click, edit, and just hold down control and grab this other edge. There we go. Okay, we've got that fixed. And last, let's do a thread. So go to create threads. Select this area right here. It's an M6. And there we go. That is our fitting. You can see how it's going to screw on our rod there. Now let's take our fitting. We're going to copy it. Control V to paste it. Let me get oriented right here. Okay. Let's turn it around 180 degrees. Do I want to go that direction? No. How about the other way? How about this? Oh, let's change. Let me turn this hex rod off. There we go. Let's change our pivot to the center here. There we go. Make sure you check it there. Okay. And then now we can move it. Alright. There we go. 180. And we can move it out. Turn this back on so we can see. Alright, there we go. Now we have our two fittings on top of our hex stock there. And our spring and our ball. Let's see how this all looks together here. Let me turn the hex rod off here. Okay. So we need to move our ball. Select the ball and the spring. Right click. You have to hold control to select them both. Then right click, hit move. And let's just move our spring up a little bit. How about 0.05? See how that looks? Okay. A 3.5. There we go. That looks pretty good right there. Click OK. Alright, so you can kind of see how it's going to all work, and that pretty much is it. You can, if you would like, you can chamfer the edges of the stock here. And that's pretty much it. Let's see what the total length is here. It's, see, about 3/4. It's pretty long. Going to try to shorten everything up a little bit, but you know, the fittings are what they are. So the total length on the fittings are about 13/16 or so, a little over 3/4. So not much we can do about that. Let me turn this off, measure this and see. I might have them too long. from there to there. No, actually it's about the right size there, so not much I can do about that. So that's how the check valves are drawn. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have any suggestions or questions, please feel free to comment. Thumbs up if you like the video, and most importantly, be safe.